Hi, everyone. I'm Diana Palm, and I am the medium helping you to heal the grief from heartbreak and loss. If you're new here, be sure you go to my website and check out my #1 spiritual grief healing program, where I focus on healing the spiritual energies that bind you to grief. My program is called RECONNECT, where I help you reconnect with your loved one in the afterlife and help you clear the energy of grief by expressing everything that is unsaid or anything that needs to be healed or resolved, including soul fragments, soul contracts, and explaining the significance of their timing of death and how that may move you into your divine life path. If you have lost a loved one and you're here to heal your grief, be sure you check out my program. I've been working with the bereaved for over 30 years, and I know how to help you to heal your grief. Today in this video, I'm going to be sharing some exercises to help you physically clear the energy of grief that gets trapped in your body. So I want to thank you for being here. And at any time, you can check out the links below this video to get your free grief assessment to see how you're handling your own grief or where it may be impacting your life negatively, where you still may need some healing. I'm so excited today to share with you some things that you can use at home to help eliminate and clear the energy of grief that you may still be holding on to in your physical body. These different exercises and techniques are very simple and they're directly aimed at the energy of grief. You can actually use these simple techniques at home today to start clearing the energy of grief within your physical body. So let's get started. The following exercise is really good for eliminating panic, anxiety, and fear associated with your grief. It is going to be very helpful for you to listen to calm, soothing music. In this exercise, I'll have you lay flat on your back with your legs elevated against the wall. You can do this in any room of your house. You can actually lay down a yoga mat, lay on a carpet, a bed of pillows, or just fold a blanket for more comfort so that you're not irritating the lower back or your tailbone. You do want to be comfortable, and all that's required is for you to do deep breathing with your feet elevated. So this exercise can rapidly decrease your panic and anxiety when you start to have overwhelming emotions. This is also good for just breathing the energy of grief out of your body. So in this exercise, I'm just going to ask that you lay down, take a nice deep breath, always in through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. So nice deep breath and exhale. And you'll repeat the breathing technique as you're laying on the ground. I'll demonstrate that real quickly so you can see just how easy it is. While you're doing this technique, go ahead and breathe deeply. It's your breath with your legs being elevated that make all the difference in releasing panic, fear, and anxiety. If you'd like to, you can place your hands on your heart and set your intention with the release of your breath. And then go ahead and lay your hands down to relax. Be sure you don't stress your knees out by locking them. Your legs should be as straight as possible. Do this exercise for 3 minutes while breathing deeply to really get the energy moving and reduce your stress levels, reducing your panic, your fear, and your anxiety. This exercise, just like all the others, will help you release your grief. In this exercise, we will be swinging our arms. So go ahead and stand with your feet shoulder width apart and begin swinging your arms from side to side as much as you can comfortably twist. Now, as you're doing this, I want you to gently tap your heart every time you go around, tapping your heart. This helps you release emotions that you have held there. As you're moving, I want you to intentionally tap your back where your kidneys are. So heart and kidneys. The kidneys are right here in your lower back, and you don't have to be exact, but just tapping your lower back will help you release a lot of the trauma that we carry from grief. This could be resentment, anger, fear. All of these emotions get stuck in the kidneys and can cause long term ailments. So, gently tapping releases the energy that you hold there and any stored emotions. So, when you're tapping your heart, of course, you're letting go of disappointment, heartbreak, the longing, the grief, the pain that you carry in your heart. Grief tends to really be held in the heart. So the more we can release the energy from our heart, the more it can rebound and heal. So go ahead and swing your arms, hitting your heart and your kidneys very gently. If you do not feel comfortable twisting, you can do this with just your arms. Just really nice, easy movements. And if you do feel comfortable twisting, that can even benefit you more in this exercise. Set your timer for 3 to 5 minutes and continue releasing. This exercise, just like all the others, is designed to move the energy of grief out of your body. Grief makes us restrict and hold on to painful emotions, and these emotions get trapped in your body. The more intentional movement that you can create in your body will help to release this energy that you've been holding on to and allow your body to process the emotions that you've been holding on to from your loss. If you're able to comfortably move your shoulders, we'll begin by just doing a simple bouncing. Bouncing your shoulders up and down while you allow your arms to just move as they do. Gently just moving your shoulders up and down. Gently bouncing them. If you've had an injury in your shoulders and this is uncomfortable, then don't do this. Always use the best discretion. But this energy of bouncing your shoulders starts to loosen the energy up that you've been holding within your body. Number 2, swinging your arms. You can swing them however you feel. Sometimes you may find if you're processing a lot of emotions, you may want to lift your arms, swinging them up and down, or swinging them from side to side, or down below your waist. However you choose to swing your arms is okay. This just really helps begin moving the energy out of your body. This is especially good if you've been feeling fatigued, low on energy, if you've been sleeping a lot, watching a lot of TV, and you haven't been out moving. You don't need to jump into a full exercise program. You just need to release the energy that your body has been holding on to. These simple movements will really help you to physically release the grief stored inside your body. And the third exercise in this technique is to move your torso by either going side to side, back and forth, forward and backward, or just twisting. And you can even combine this with your arm swings. If you're moving your torso, this is really helpful to get the energy moving from your lower chakras where we hold on to fear, pain, anger. We hang on to a lot of loss in our lower 3 chakras. So when we're moving here at the waist, in the torso area, we're gently releasing the energy that we've been holding there so that your energy can begin to flow again and be released. So go ahead and bounce your shoulders very gently. Swing your arms and move at your waist. If you have a small trampoline or a rebounder at home, that would also help too because you'll be bouncing your whole body very gently. This will actually help flush out your lymph system and bring you back into a state of flow. So any kind of bouncing, if it's comfortable, you can bounce at your knees like I am right now. And if that's not comfortable, then you can stand still and just bounce your shoulders. And if you want to, you can alternate. You can go back to bouncing your knees and then bouncing your shoulders. Getting these small bite-sized movements into your daily regimen will help you stay in the flow, stay in your physical body where you can actually process and release your grief. Personally, I like to alternate. I like the energy of moving my whole body and doing my shoulders. So do whichever one feels right for you. Set your timer and do this between 3 and 5 minutes whenever you feel the need to refresh your energy and get your energy moving again so that you're back in your physical body and your energy is flowing. In this exercise, we're going to be doing some EFT, which stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. This technique is very easy to do and will really help when you're feeling any overwhelming emotions, whether that be grief or associated emotions, fear, panic, anger, or anything else that comes up that you need to clear out of your body. So we're going to start first with a very simple form of this, where we're just going to tap on your hand right here and say some statements to yourself about what you're currently experiencing and what your desired outcome is. Be sure to speak very reassuring to yourself. Be nurturing, loving, and supportive to yourself. Your grief statements may sound something like this. I know that I'm processing my grief right now. I'm very scared about my next step in life. I miss my loved one who passed. I don't know if I'll ever see them again. I'm feeling scared, worried, and empty. I know this emptiness won't last, and I do believe I will see my loved one again. I want to believe I'll see my loved one again. I think it's possible for me to release my grief and still feel connected to my loved one. I know my loved one would want me to love again. And I know I can take my time. I know that I don't have to release my grief in order to please those around me. I know I can take my time. I know it's possible for me to feel happy. I have felt happy before. I believe I can feel happy again. I'm willing to release the energy of grief so my body feels healthy. I'm willing to release my shame, my blame, and my guilt. I know what it feels like to feel clear, calm, and happy. It is possible for me to feel peace, even though I still miss my loved one. I know I can feel full again. And I know that every day I feel better than the day before. I know that me healing my grief is for me. I know this is a solo journey. And I release blaming everyone else around me. I know my loved one supports me in the afterlife. I know that me healing my grief is okay. I know that my loved one on the other side supports my healing. I know what it feels like to feel safe, releasing my grief, and still loving my loved one who passed. I know how to honor and accept myself and my own process of healing. I believe I'm safe to release my grief. Okay, this is the simplest process of EFT, and you can do this anywhere. You can do it when you're at a stop sign. If you're at work, you can put your hands under your desk and you can do it there. You can even take mini breaks from work and go into the bathroom and tap your way out of the emotions that you're feeling. Another way to do this is the full process, where we say the same type of statements, but we tap in different parts of our body. All of these areas that we tap on are known to help us release emotions that we're holding on to. So the EFT process of tapping is for emotional release. So follow the process and use whatever words come the most natural for you. There's nothing that you need to memorize. Let this be organic to you. Express your current emotions and then express your desired result and any steps that you're willing to do in between for you to get there. The full process would look more like this, beginning with tapping on your forehead. I know my body is grieving. I know I'm holding on to sorrow right now and that I miss my loved one. While I still feel appreciation for every day together, I blame myself for some things that I feel are unfinished. I wish I could talk to them one more time. If I didn't get to talk with them one more time, I think I could learn to express my emotions in a dream or through my intentions, and perhaps they would hear me. I believe I can get those emotions out of my body, even though my loved one has passed. I know I deserve to feel free. I know my loved one would want me to feel free. I believe I can be at peace, even though my loved one has passed. I'm already starting to breathe better. I'm already starting to feel more okay. The more I do this, the more I feel my loved one around me, and I feel them supporting my healing. This makes me feel safe and supported. I feel that my loved one on the other side is with me and hears me and knows what's in my heart. Every day I feel more at peace. Every day I release more grief. Every day I feel happier. So now you've had two examples of EFT. You can do the long process, which is forehead, temple, under eye, under nose, chin, thymus, underarm, and crown chakra. Or you can use the simple technique of just tapping here on your hand. The important thing is to address your true emotions. Don't conceal them from yourself. Express what's really going on and what you desire to have happen. So start with the more unhealed emotions so that you're fully expressing them as you're tapping them out of your body. And then as you're bringing in what you want, you're still tapping as you're setting it into your body. So be sure to express both versions of that throughout your tapping process. And there's no one perfect way to do it. Do whatever feels right for you. Do this exercise for 3 to 5 minutes and run through the whole EFT process. Or, like I said, if you're at work or if you're in a social situation where you can't get away for that long, simply step aside and tap on your hand for a few seconds as you're stating your intentions. This can work very, very quickly for you and bring you back into balance so that you're not being overwhelmed by your emotions. This next exercise is more of a very, very gentle and simple yoga position that some of you may be familiar with. If you're able to comfortably get on the ground, you can either sit here on your knees, resting back on your feet, or if you're able to comfortably sit in a cross-legged position, we'll go ahead and do that. If this position is comfortable for you and you're able to easily sit here to breathe, then that's what's recommended. Try to keep your spine as straight as possible. And we're just going to gently breathe in and breathe out. Keeping your spine as straight as possible, but relaxing your shoulders and allowing your hands to fall wherever is most comfortable for you. The important part of this exercise is just to keep your spine straight so that as you're breathing, you're aligning the energy moving up and down your spine. This helps to align your chakras and will help alleviate the stuck energy that occurs when you're grieving and when we're taking shallow breaths. This exercise will gently help you open up your energy centers. You can gently move your head forward as if in reverence, closing your eyes and breathing. While you're doing this, be mindful that it is bringing you back into the present moment, aligning yourself with where you are now, today. This can also help you to leave the energy of the past shock and trauma behind as you become more focused in your physical body here in the present moment. As your breath restores the energy in your body, this will help you to align your energy back into the present moment where you can truly heal the grief you've been carrying. If the cross-legged position is uncomfortable for you and hard for you to maintain, go ahead and just sit on your feet, still aligning the spine straight as possible with your shoulders relaxed. You'll notice that as I'm breathing in through my nose and out through my mouth. And I'm actually blowing it out of my mouth. In other words, don't just let your breath fall out. When you exhale, really blow the energy out of your body to get the energy moving. And that's all you have to do. Set your timer and do this for as long as you can comfortably sit in this position and breathe. I would recommend 5 to 10 minutes to really align your breath, bringing you back into your physical body and activating the energy within your body so that you come back into the flow state. This technique is more of a mantra or a prayer, but because we're dealing with mind, body, and spirit, it's important that you know this technique because it's so powerful for aligning your spiritual energy and clearing the energy of grief. This is called the Ho'oponopono prayer. And even though it's very simple, there's only 4 verses that you need to memorize. This particular prayer or mantra is based on the energy of oneness. So in grief, when we feel separation, we feel loss, we feel isolation, loneliness, all of those emotions that accompany the loss of a loved one, we can actually start saying the Ho'oponopono prayer to bring in oneness, to bring in reconnection, to bring in the emotional feelings and the well-being of being together, being connected, belonging, and being whole and healed. Take a nice deep breath with me and out. This is the Ho'oponopono prayer. I'll say it 3 times. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. See, many times in grief, we're surrounded by family and friends who, even though they mostly have well intentions, they can project certain things upon us, making our grief anchored in, making it more difficult to heal and release. So when there's family squabbles going on, fights about money, or everybody expressing their grief differently, it's very important that you go inward to do your own healing. But this prayer and mantra is so powerful that it's not just about your own healing. As you do this, you'll begin to shift the chaos and commotion around you. This includes within your family and friends. And this reaches over to the other side and benefits your loved one who's passed. So, this particular prayer mantra, the Ho'oponopono prayer, will actually bring more wholeness and healing to everybody involved with this loss. So, let's say it together. Ready? I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I want you to practice saying this. Say it every morning, say it at night. If you happen to wake up at night and you're having repeat thoughts, you're thinking about the loss or you're thinking about your next step and you're scared, whenever you're feeling emotions that bring you into a state of worry or fear, or you're just feeling alone, say this mantra over and over and over, and it will shift the energy. It will bring so much more harmony to your world, to your heart, to your mind, your body, your spirit, and all of those around you, including your loved one on the other side. This is a very, very simple technique, but it's been scientifically proven to shift the energy tremendously. So let's say it one more time. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And it doesn't matter if you need to be forgiven or if somebody did something to you and they need to be forgiven. When we are operating out of the energy of oneness, we understand that there are aspects of ourselves in all others. So by saying this mantra, you are forgiving and healing yourself just as much as you are forgiving and healing others. And this is what really frees up the energy and allows you to quantum jump forward in a new harmonious vibration. And when you're in this vibration, you are able to attract new love. You're able to get on your divine life path. You're able to feel connected to your loved one in the afterlife. And any stress around your family and friends will ease. So continue saying this prayer. Know how powerful it is and incorporate this into your daily regimen for healing your grief. Thank you. We're going to begin today's exercise. It's a very simple form of self-love and nurturing, but more importantly, it will activate your left and your right brain to help you create new neural pathways. This will release the trauma you've experienced, the emotional feelings of loss and shock, and it will help you to create those new neural pathways for processing your pain and moving into a more healed space. There are real physical benefits to doing this. So even if you don't understand all the science behind it, it's a very simple technique to use. So we're going to go ahead and begin with giving yourself a great big hug and just holding yourself. Embrace yourself. Allow yourself to feel held, nurtured, and supported. Take a nice deep breath. And it doesn't matter if you cross left or right. If you prefer, you can go right over left. Nice deep breath in and out. You take as many deep breaths as you want to because the breath alone will help you process your grief. As you're sitting in silence with your arms crossed in front of you, continue breathing. When you begin to feel emotions rise up, you may have flashes of different memories that make you emotional, that trigger you. That's when you'll begin to tap right, left, right, left, right, left. Do this for about 3 minutes as you continue to tap. Give yourself credit for the fact that you have been through a traumatic loss, that your heart is mending, and we're utilizing the energy of your body, mind, and spirit to help you process your loss and heal on every level. These simple techniques will help you release the energy of grief from your physical body and create new neural pathways in your brain, and will help you to move forward through your day with more peace and clarity. Use this simple technique whenever you need a break, when you're feeling emotions rise. Go ahead and set aside 3 minutes to process your grief. When you're all done, give yourself a big warm hug. You're safe and you're nurtured and you're not alone. Remember, you're the most important person that can offer love and support to yourself. So bring it in, give yourself that big warm hug, and thank you for showing up today. If you like this video, be sure to give me a like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. And I'll look forward to reconnecting with you live here next week, Wednesday at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time when we can reconnect. Bye-bye.